Do you ever look at a small corner of your patio or balcony and wonder if that tiny space could actually feed you? Many of us believe that growing a large amount of vegetables requires a massive plot of land and hours of back-breaking labor. But productivity is not always determined by ground space. What matters more is how you use it. By growing upward instead of outward, you can transform the smallest, most overlooked spaces into a continuous conveyor belt of fresh produce without adding a single square meter of soil. Today, we are counting down 15 incredible plants perfectly suited for a vertical tower system, starting with one that requires a little patience but delivers months of beautiful rewards. Number 15. Parsley. Many new gardeners plant parsley seeds, wait 2 weeks, see absolutely nothing, and mistakenly assume their seeds have failed. They dig up the soil and throw it away in frustration. The truth is, parsley simply has a very hard seed coat, and water takes a long time to penetrate it. Under normal conditions, you might wait up to 4 weeks for the first leaves to appear. To speed this up, simply soak the seeds in warm water overnight before planting. Once established, parsley grows into a neat, compact clump with deep roots that do not spread wide. It is absolutely perfect for the middle levels of your tower. Just remember to always harvest the outer stems first, leaving the center intact for months of continuous growth. Number 14. Mint. Almost everyone loves the fresh scent of mint in their tea, but planting it in a traditional garden bed can be a total disaster. It spreads aggressively underground, sending runners into your other carefully planned vegetable beds. A vertical tower solves this problem beautifully because each planting pocket acts as a perfectly isolated quarantine zone. The mint roots are physically trapped and cannot take over your garden. Place your mint in the middle or lower sections where the soil stays evenly moist during hot days. To keep it lush, never just pull off individual leaves. Instead, cut the entire tip just above a leaf node. 2 new shoots will quickly emerge, turning a single thin stem into a dense, fragrant bush that produces heavily all summer long. Number 13. Short carrots. There is a common myth that carrots simply cannot grow in containers. While traditional long roots do need deep soil, urban gardeners can easily grow wonderful short, wide carrot varieties. These round or stubby carrots only need about 18 to 20 centimeters of depth, which fits perfectly into a vertical pocket. The biggest secret to success here is creating a very fine, loose growing medium. Even a single tiny pebble can cause the carrot root to split and grow into a twisted, misshapen mess. Never try to transplant carrot seedlings. Always sow the seeds directly into the pocket where they will grow. Maintain even moisture for uniform germination, and carefully thin the seedlings so each root has plenty of room to expand into a perfect, sweet carrot. Number 12. Arugula. Also known as rocket, this fast-growing leafy green brings a wonderful, peppery flavor to your meals. The biggest mistake people make is trying to grow giant leaves. If left too long in warm weather, arugula becomes tough, bitter, and shoots up a tall flower stalk. Its real value is incredible speed. You can harvest tender, young leaves just 25 to 30 days after sowing. Because of its shallow roots, it thrives in smaller pockets in the middle or lower levels of your tower, safely away from harsh afternoon sunlight. If a sudden heat wave hits, simply rotate your tower so the arugula faces the shade. Sow a new pocket every 2 weeks for a steady, continuous harvest instead of trying to keep one aging plant alive. Number 11. Basil. A basil plant with one thin stem can quickly become a dense, leafy bush with just one correctly placed cut. The most common mistake is plucking the large leaves near the bottom, which leaves a bare stalk and encourages early flowering. Instead, cut the growing tip immediately above a healthy pair of leaves. 2 new branches will quickly grow from that exact spot. Repeat this simple process, and one stem magically becomes 2, then 4, developing into a beautiful, rounded bush. This compact shape is perfect for a tower planter. Plant it in a spot with plenty of light, warm air, and loose soil. Just avoid heavy nitrogen fertilizers, which can make the stems soft and weaken that incredible classic basil flavor. Number 10. Baby beets. Beets hold a fascinating secret that confuses many beginners every single year. What looks like a single seed is actually a small fruit cluster containing several tiny seeds inside. If you plant just one cluster, 3 or 4 seedlings might suddenly pop up in a single tiny pocket. If they compete in that limited space, you will get lots of green leaves, but absolutely no round roots below the soil. You must thin them early. When they are about 5 centimeters tall, use small scissors to gently snip away the weaker seedlings, leaving only 1 or 2 strong plants per pocket. Keep them in the evenly moist middle or lower levels. In about 45 to 60 days, you will be harvesting perfect, sweet baby beets without ever swinging a heavy hoe. Number 9. Spinach. Spinach is a fantastic, nutritious, cool-season green, but it has a very low tolerance for summer heat. If you plant the seeds in warm soil, they may sit there inactive and completely fail to germinate. Fortunately, you can easily rotate a tower planter to keep spinach in the cooler afternoon shade. If your weather is already warm, try this simple trick. Moisten the seeds, place them between 2 damp paper towels, and put them in your refrigerator for a few days. The cold environment wakes them up. Once you see a tiny white root, gently move the seed into a lower-level planting pocket. Harvest the outer leaves first, leaving the delicate center intact, and you will enjoy fresh, crisp spinach for many weeks. Number 8. Radishes. While some plants take several long months to mature, radishes are the ultimate placeholder, completing an entire crop in just a few short weeks. You can easily sow radishes in a pocket you are actively saving for a warm-season pepper plant later. By the time the weather is hot enough for the pepper, the radishes are already fully harvested. Round varieties need only about 12 to 15 centimeters of soil depth, making them absolutely perfect for smaller pockets. Sow 4 to 6 seeds directly into the pocket. When the brightly colored shoulders of the roots push visibly above the soil, they are ready. If left too long, they quickly become tough and spicy. Sow 1 new pocket every single week for a continuous, crunchy evening harvest. Number 7. Dwarf kale. Standard kale grows into a massive, heavy plant, but dwarf varieties form neat, tightly packed clumps perfectly suited for vertical planters. To keep dwarf kale highly productive, you must understand exactly how it grows. The oldest leaves are on the outside, while fresh new growth constantly emerges from the central point. Never, ever cut through that central growing heart. If you carefully snap off only the outer leaves, the plant will continuously replace them, producing fresh food for many months. Place it in an upper level where its gorgeous leaves can spread without shading the delicate plants below. Because it is naturally elevated off the ground, it is incredibly easy to lift the leaves and check for caterpillars without bending down into the messy dirt. Number 6. Leaf lettuce. Growing traditional head lettuce means dedicating an entire pocket to a single plant and waiting a long, frustrating time for one single harvest. Leaf lettuce is a much smarter, faster choice for a tower planter. Because of its shallow root system, it thrives beautifully in smaller pockets in the middle or lower levels where the soil stays evenly moist. You can plant the tiny seeds relatively close together. When the leaves are a few centimeters tall, you can snap off individual outer leaves for a daily salad, or give the whole green cluster a quick haircut. Leave a base of about 3 centimeters, and the plant will push out a smaller second crop. Just remember to remove the plant once the central stem starts stretching upward toward the sun. Number 5. Swiss chard. Most vegetables only provide green foliage, but Swiss chard produces wonderfully thick stalks in stunning shades of yellow, orange, pink, and bright ruby red. It instantly turns your vertical planter into a beautiful ornamental garden. Like beets, chard seeds grow in clusters, so you must carefully thin them to just one strong, healthy plant per pocket. It develops a rather broad canopy, so place it in an upper level where it will not completely block the light for smaller herbs below. Harvest only the large outer leaves, keeping the center intact for a long-lasting, continuous harvest. The delicate leaves cook quickly like spinach, while the colorful, crunchy stalks can be chopped and cooked a little longer. It is literally two delicious vegetables harvested from one single, beautiful plant. Number 4. Dwarf sugar snap peas. The soil in any container is strictly limited, but the vertical space above it is wide open. Dwarf peas use this empty space brilliantly. Their roots stay neatly tucked inside a large upper compartment, while their beautiful green stems climb confidently upward. Choose shorter, compact varieties because long, vining peas will tangle wildly and cast a dark shadow over your entire tower. Because you are growing vertically, you must install a small mesh netting or support string right from the very beginning. Do not wait for the delicate stems to fall over before trying to safely tie them up. Harvest the crisp green pods regularly while the seeds inside are still small, all conveniently located right at eye level without any painful strain on your back. Number 3. Compact peppers. A surprisingly small pepper plant can easily carry dozens of bright fruits, making it an incredibly productive choice for small spaces. However, peppers have heavy, demanding appetites and truly need the deep, rich soil of a large upper compartment to thrive properly. Only put one mature plant in each top section. Once the beautiful, heavy fruits begin to develop, even a short plant can lean over, so be sure to install a small stake or support ring early on. When the plant is heavily covered in delicate flowers, hold back on high nitrogen fertilizers so it focuses its energy on making fruit, not just more green leaves. You can harvest them green or let them ripen fully for a sweeter flavor. The canopy remains small, but the harvest is absolutely massive. Number 2. Compact climbing cucumbers. Many people actively avoid cucumbers because a single aggressive vine can quickly take over an entire garden walkway. But the real problem is not the length of the vine, it is the direction it naturally travels. When you guide a compact cucumber up a trellis mounted on top of your tower, it transforms into a vertical pillar of wide leaves and crisp fruit. Choose container-specific varieties because their fruits are slightly lighter and much easier for a vertical trellis to safely support. The upper compartments receive a lot of sun and wind, so ensure your soil is rich in organic matter to hold consistent moisture. Pick your cucumbers early and often. Leaving just one overripe cucumber on the vine drains massive energy and drastically reduces your future harvests. Number 1. Ever-bearing strawberries. If you have ever grown strawberries in traditional dirt beds, you definitely know the deep frustration of watching perfect red berries rot on wet soil. In a vertical tower, strawberries truly find their perfect home. Planted right on the edges, their leaves form a neat green crown while the heavy, sweet berries naturally cascade down in the fresh air. This keeps them perfectly clean and safely far away from crawling ground pests. There is one critical rule you must follow. Plant them so the soil line sits exactly halfway up the crown, where the green leaves meet the brown roots. If buried too deep, it rots. If left too high, it dries out. Ever-bearing varieties will push out sweet berries in continuous waves from late spring all the way into crisp autumn. As you can clearly see, a vertical tower is so much more than just a simple stack of plastic pots sitting on a small patio. It is a highly efficient, living ecosystem where absolutely every level serves a specific and vital purpose. The tall, climbing vines at the very top beautifully catch the morning sun, while the delicate, leafy greens at the bottom stay cool and crisp in the gentle, protective shade. The thirsty, fragrant herbs in the middle drink up the perfect amount of moisture, and the beautiful strawberries hang cleanly over the outer edges like bright red rubies. By intentionally choosing these 15 compact plant varieties and thoughtfully placing them on the correct floors of your vertical apartment, you effortlessly eliminate stubborn weeds, drastically reduce annoying ground pests, and completely save your back and knees from hours of heavy, painful labor. You simply do not need a massive plot of expensive land to experience the deep joy of a highly productive garden. As soon as one pocket finishes producing, it is instantly available for something new, keeping your outdoor space vibrant and full of fresh food all season long. Take a fresh look at that sunny corner of your balcony, your patio, or your yard. It is completely ready to become the most productive, enjoyable garden you have ever grown. The only question left is, which of these 15 incredible plants are you going to put in your tower first? Thank you so much for joining me today, and may your next harvest be your most abundant one yet.